Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. I had a pretty amazing day yesterday, and I hope you did too. I woke up this morning and I've been processing my own my own spiritual messages, and just kind of getting into the vibe of what those messages mean. I think I got kind of quickly what they were. But I also am like, what does that mean for me? I feel like just the summary of it for me was feeling as if there's this, like, I have the ability to create what I want to create. Like, that's the takeaway. I can create whatever it is I want to create, and I have the ability to do that. And I think Spirit was trying to be like, why aren't you? That's been what I'm working with. So let's see. A reading for the week of May 9th. I'm recording this on the 8th. Where am I? Okay, I wanted to start off with our wild unknown archetypes. And again, this is the reading for May 9th. And I'm just gonna see if I can go with the flow here intuitively. I think I can, but if I get really curious, I'm gonna want to read it and find out a little bit more. But either way, I'm asking Spirit to come in to give a reading for the underlying energy, the underlying current of energy that connects us all, to come into this reading with a message for the week. And if you're just seeing this whenever, excuse me, whenever you see this, that's when you see it. That's when the message holds up. Okay, thank you, Spirit. Can you give me some, look at that. We've got the crone. Haven't seen her in a while. Wisdom, older woman, not really older, more like wiser, mature. Okay, Spirit, do you have another card for us? Let's see, Spirit, do you have another card? Oh, that's a lot of cards. Wait a minute. The Maiden. Oh. Yep, I see the message. I'll let it, like Spirit is like, you'll allow it. You will allow it. Okay. So this is interesting. If you saw my reading yesterday, sorry, my heat is kicked on. Hopefully that's not too overpowering and you can still hear my voice. So if you saw the reading yesterday, I put it out yesterday on Saturday. Today is Sunday, but you may not see this reading until Monday. But if you saw the self-care tarot reading where I talked about the Three of Cups, in it, I went kind of in a deep dive about the idea of the three fates. And the three fates were three women, right? Three women, sisters, who were in charge of the thread. They were in charge of the thread of life. One sister created the thread, one sister measured the thread, and the other sister cut the thread. Each sister also was in charge of, the idea too was that they were in charge of the future, the present, and the past. And so the one who cut the thread, the one who decided when life ended, was the one who was in charge of the past. And so there was this prevailing sense for me in the idea of the Three of Cups. There was this idea that sometimes we have to let go of something, and it's okay. But if we don't let go of the thing okay. I also referenced that sometimes we allow things to continue beyond. I didn't get into this. I didn't go this far because I was just getting into the Three of Cups connection. And the Three of Cups was the card that I thought of when I thought of, excuse me, when I thought of the Three Fates, mainly because I had been getting the Three of Cups for months. Like, I'd just been getting the Three of Cups card, and I was like, what is going on? And I kept seeing it as like a group endeavor, joy, grateful, and it is. And I think that there's also this idea that those moments, and there's so many pathways out of this message today. But there are so many pathways, but there's also this idea of, there's one idea, and this is where I think the maiden is at a threshold, right? The idea that there is this letting go. There's like several messages in this, and please follow whichever one you think makes sense. All of them make sense on different parallel ideas of thinking. So there's one idea that sometimes we have this power to allow things to continue longer than they should. And this idea of the fates and the thread, there could be this idea that you were holding on. There are parts of you that have been working together to hang on to an idea that is, you can either pull up with you or something is going to pull it down with them. And so you have to decide, are you going to be the one pulling up, or are you going to, it's like this tug of war between someone pulling you down into their depths, their unsolved things, their continual digging deeper into the dirt that has, and when I'm talking about digging deeper, this is different from the descent of Inanna. This is more like someone just digging into the dirt to find, the promised land, but they're digging into dirt that either they're not, it's like, okay, all right. I'm going to try and tell this story. So basically it's like you're digging into the dirt looking for riches and gold and talent, and you're continually doing that thing, and there's something that wants you to keep digging and digging and digging because it was promised to you, or it was supposed to happen, or or it could be it doesn't have to be a person. It could be an idea or a thought, and it's like this continual digging is not fruitful. This is not a descent of Inanna. You're not going to get new life out of this. This is kind of like a dead end, and you're just digging your own grave, right? So then there's also this idea that, there's this tug of war inside of you where, are you going to continue to hold off fate and hold on to this thing that is continually having you dig and dig and dig into dirt? right? Into, it's like oh my gosh. It's like a fruitless immortality. Like, you know, it's an immortality that doesn't really pay back, right? And it's so interesting to make that kind of step by step progression, because I could easily and very broadly say this is some sort of draining energy on you, right? But it's something that is internal to you. It's not, you know, it's a thought or an idea or something that, you know, you truly believed in, but it's like it's going nowhere. You're just keep going down into the dirt. And okay, so that's one part of it. And then that part of the story is also, are you going to continue that tug of war, or are you going to allow the fates control to, you know, and especially the sister that controls the cutting of the thread in the past, are you going to allow that fate to cut the cord and release that thing that you keep digging into, or release that person that is a drain on your being present and you're focusing on your future and your purpose? Because even though that cord is cut, right? That thread is cut, it still your life still continues, right? Your life still goes on when you let that thing, that internal thing, go and be at rest and be have the ability to do what it wants to do, because otherwise it's just going to keep pulling you down with it, right? Okay, so that's one message. The other message that is also connected to this, Three of Cups. So again, I thought Three of Cups, I instantly connected it to the Three of Cups card because I'd been getting the Three of Cups so much. And then also, you know, when we talk about Cups energy, we talk about, you know, think about a cup. A cup, you know, is also shaped a little bit like a uterus. See how the tree of life here on this, on my little magnet, my feminine, my goddess magnet here is, this is her womb is kind of that moon energy, and it's cradled by the top of the tree of life. And on each side here is a crescent moon. And so to me, that looks kind of like a cup, right? It looks kind of like a cup. And then also I'd had the messages of my own of, like, you know, the Holy Grail. I don't know why that came up, but the Holy Grail, right? Anyway, so the cups, Three of Cups. Watch the video from the self-care yesterday. So there's also the idea that there is when we talk about the Three of Cups energy, and the Three of Cups is three women kind of intertwined in the card, dancing around, raising their cups in the air. It's like celebrating your ability to create. It's celebrating your unique powers, celebrating your combined powers, right? As one unit, as one group. However, the thing with the feminine, which is not, okay. When I talk about feminine, I'm talking about energy, right? And I'm talking about the theoretical around both the feminine and the masculine, but also when both of them are combined together, there's this wonderful they-ness, right? That when we get into that combined area, which is just a glorious area, right? But here I'm seeing definitely there's some feminine energy coming through. So the next storyline of this coming together of this femininity, and when I say femininity, I'm talking about feminine energy. So I should continue to say feminine energy or femininity energy. So the thing about feminine energy and masculine energy is very still, very compartmented, very, everything has like a hierarchy, right? The way that I see the feminine energy is it's chaotic, right? It's wonderfully in movement. It's like it sees the beauty in both destruction and creation, and it respects that. It respects the beauty of that, right? And so when we're in this feminine energy, there is this level of chaos. There is this level of destruction, but there is also this level of then creation. And it happens all at once. So whereas the masculine looks for structure and order, the feminine is looking for, clashing and chaos and destruction, but also creation and bam and bam and bam. And it's this expansive energy that goes out in all directions. It's like when two opposing objects are just boom, and then they like combine, and then they also then destroy, and then they're destroyed, right, in the process, but then they expand, and then they go out and create new chaos, destruction, and then new creation. And if you think about how the egg and the sperm in the womb meet, boom, destruction, chaos. It's like chaos, it's destruction and then chaos again, but then also creation, expansion, right? There's that idea to this Three of Cups. And so the thing with the Three of Cups too in the journey of the tarot is that ultimately it becomes the Four of Cups on its journey. It moves into the Four of Cups, and the Four of Cups is a card of, I usually see it as a card of rejection, but it's actually an offer. It's a divine offer to create, to destroy and create. Someone is, in the traditional rider card, there's someone sitting under a tree. And I'm bringing up this tree of life again. There's someone now sitting under a tree at the foot, right? At the feet of this divine feminine, looking at the Three of Cups and just tapping it, do the thing, tapping the Three of Cups. Hey, do the thing again. Do the thing again where you did, do that thing again that you did that made me feel so good. Do that thing again that, it's like in that Four of Cups, the person in the Four of Cups is sitting at the base of the tree of life I'm looking at. And they're looking at the Three of Cups, and they're so focused on looking at the Three of Cups, like, hey, do the thing again where you made me feel good. Do the thing again where you made me feel alive. Do the thing again where we were all celebrating and vibing together. Do that thing again, right? But what's in the Four of Cups is that there's this idea that, hey, look, you're missing out on a new cup that's being offered. You're missing out on, the divine is offering you a new cup of energy. And all you have to do is stand up and take it. But someone is still looking at this past, looking at it to hey, do the thing. Do the thing again. Have that vibe again. And it can't be recreated. It can only be, and when I say it can't be recreated, the past cannot be recreated. What's in the past is in the past. We're now in Four of Cups, right? And so there's this Four of Cups energy that's coming forward. This fourth cup is from the divine, and it's saying, here's an opportunity. to now rediscover a renewed sense of self, a renewed idea of who you are. Stand up, get away from that Three of Cups energy, and accept the cup of the divine, right? So this is what I'm seeing in this Maiden and Threshold cards. Because the Maiden I see as that energy of, and I also get the feeling of like Mayday with the Three of Cups energy, like Mayday, the dance around the pole. It kind of has that same kind of feel to it too. And maybe there was this idea of, we're dancing around this fertility, and it's possible that in the Three of Cups they realize, wait a minute, we're playing into this idea, this feminine energy. We're playing into the idea of, this masculine hierarchy, and we're becoming almost a hierarchy, and now it's time to move again. But it's hard to see the beauty of destruction in life. It's hard to see the beauty of something ending. And so here I see that's where this Maiden is at the threshold of understanding and jumping into this idea of either, becoming wizened by the idea of something ending, by the idea of the beauty of something ending. The Maiden is saying, I cut the cord, and it's time for me to move forward into a new cup of my own, into a new understanding of my own. And in that, like these three cards came out after the Crone came out. How long have I been talking? Because I don't even know if I'll get to doing tarot today. Oh, I just hit 22 minutes. Okay. So this is wisdom here, right? The crone understanding that there is when there's the feminine has the ability to hold the chaos, to hold the destruction, and to hold the new creation, right? And the expansion. The crone understands that. But sometimes when you're in the energy and you're enjoying and I don't like to see the Maiden. Marion Woodman talks, I think it was Marion Woodman quoted, and Clarissa, Dr. Estes also speaks about this too. And they're both Jungian analysts, so I think this is just beautiful. They don't look at the Maiden as someone who is young. That it's just a feeling of being young, right? It's a feeling of it's a feeling of being filled with potential, right? It's a feeling of being filled with not filledness, right? Being beautifully untouched, and when I say untouched, I mean in a spiritual sense, in an energetic sense. There's this idea of a new part of you being untouched and brought forward to discover. And not only that, discover with others, right? But when you come together in that energy, and you automatically, you discover the beauty of the chaos. You didn't realize that once you came together, there was a level of destruction that happened. And then there was this beautiful destruction and chaos. And then all of a sudden there was a creation and an expansion, right? And so now there's even more energy created to go out into the expansion to create more. Okay, hopefully you're still with me. Now, the Maiden has met the threshold. The Maiden may not understand when it's time to destroy and time to let go. And it's that same Three Sisters energy in the thread, where there is a beauty in the cutting of the cord. There is a beauty in allowing the past to be in the past, and there's a beauty for allowing life to continue in the way, the thread of life to continue in the way that it is meant to continue. Okay. Now there's also another story here of knowing the wisdom. I mean, it's an overallness too, if this is a helpful takeaway. There's also a story here of knowing when the fun is ready, knowing, I'm still thinking of the Four of Cups here. Knowing when it is time to destroy, knowing when it is time to create, and knowing when it is time to be in chaos, and respecting that, and understanding, there's not always going to be a notification when you're at a threshold, but you hope there is, and you keep your eyes open. But you also can't be too cautious, because then you miss out on this beautiful energy, and you move more into this masculine energy, and the energies become imbalanced, and you lose this ability to somehow move into this pure they-ness, this combined they-ness, right? With the masculine and the feminine together, both expansive and hierarchical at the same time. All right, so, and then of course, again, the crone is wisdom. The crone is, if you're thinking about, I've always equated the crone to the Hermit card and to the boatman on the river Styx. And it's also Hecate, right? The energy of Hecate, the first witch. But there is this power. There is this, when you understand the energy, this energy of how life is created and the life process, how you participate in it when you meet with another energy, and also when you've met the limitations of each of those, each of those fates. When life has been created, the thread of life has been created, it's fed to the next sister to figure out how long should it be? How long should it be, right? And then the next sister says, I see how long you've measured it out, but I think it should be cut here, right? So there's three powers in that. And when you're the crone, you understand that. When you're in crone energy, you have experienced it and you understand it. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's do a tarot reading for that crone energy, that, yeah. All right, which cards do I want to use? Which cards? I kind of like I reached for the Hermetic Tarot. Let's see. All right. I'm going to use since I used the Wild Unknown archetype for the Oracle deck, I'm going to go ahead and use these for the reading today. So I'll read these upright and in the reversed. I'll also be reading these intuitively as well. So if I'm getting a sense off of the cards, I'll say that. And then I'll clarify if necessary. So we'll get 3 cards out here to talk about the thread of life. Talk about this crone energy, this wisdom, and possibly even the Four of Cups. All right, Spirit. Wow, that was quick. Thank you. Let's see. Ha! That flew out. Mother of Cups. Nice. Mother of Cups. Yeah. Why do I don't know. Okay. No. Okay. That's it. Wow. Okay. So there is a choice to be made, or there's some sort of Gemini issue here. The Son of Pentacles. So we've got the Son of Pentacles or the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. We've got the 9 of Wands in the upright and the Mother of Cups in the upright. Now, connecting it back to these cards that we got out, where we talked about the crone, we talked about the maiden, the thread and the threshold, the fates. It looks like here there is some sort of offer that is being held back. The Knight of Pentacles. So the Knight of Pentacles upright is it's the slowest moving knight in the deck, and usually it's bringing an offer, which is why, you know, I instantly am like, it feels like there's like there's some sort of an offer being held back, a work offer, because this is Pentacles, or some sort of there's a commitment being held back. There's a commitment being held back. There's a commitment being held back. Someone is scared here, and someone is I feel like this is you all, and when I say you all, this is us. This is us as a collective. We are hesitant, right? Because there's this threshold that wasn't fully fleshed out when I talked about it. We are in need of being able to cross a threshold of change in our lives, of changes in a life cycle. Interesting. And I say that we are resistant because there is this, and it's not so much it's resistance, it's more like we are thinking a little bit or a lot about the past. And we can either move up, you know, past, in this Nine of Wands card, I've always seen this as, you know, coming out of darkness into the moonlight, right? Moving toward the divine. And I went back and I looked at my little divine feminine here, and I'm looking at the same crescent moon here, and it's almost as if I'm still back in envision. You know what? I should just pull out the Four of Cups card so you all know what I'm talking about, so I don't come across as too like I'm talking about the card that I'm visualizing, but you all can't see it, and that's probably not helpful for you, and I'm sorry about that. So let's find the Four of Cups card so I can get you out of a confusion state, so you know what I'm talking about. Okay, let's find Four of Cups, Four of Cups, Four of Cups, Four of Cups. Yeah, my apologies for that. I start thinking about all these different cards and the visuals in them, and of course I'm a visual person. Okay, here we go. Four of Cups. There we go. So let's talk a little bit about the Four of Cups and how I see it in this card and in this energy. So let's see. If I imagine here, get the card up. If I imagine here that this same energy, right, is behind this Four of Cups. This is the change that's coming in this Four of Cups energy. You are now stopping looking at the Three of Cups and like, oh, remember the good times, remember all this stuff we did and all this new vibe that we created, I really want that back. I want that back. But you're not like standing up and getting into the energy of what it takes to actually create something new. There is a divine offer here, right? And so when I look at, I imagine this is the tree here on this feminine, and then also here is this crescent moon that's also here behind the tree. This energy is you now understanding the work that it takes, right, to move out of this, if you're not seeing, you're just focusing on the Three of Cups here, like, oh, that was great energy, that was a great time, and I really wanted to bring it back, I really wanted to do this again. And it's just like Spirit was saying, you have the opportunity to create whatever it is that you want now. That's what the Three of Cups was about. It was about granting you a new ability. And so the divine came in and made you an offer. And, you know, you might be seeing this externally, seeing it, you know, seeing it coming out externally for you. But internally, it's about you wanting to stay in a stuck energy and not seeing that the divine was offering you something new. And this Nine of Wands energy is you seeing the work that it takes to stand up and move into that something new. Move into even just having hope. This is you coming out of darkness. Out of a darkness that, and it's not, to me, now this before would be the ascent of Inanna, coming out of her, coming out of this darkness. But I feel like this is more of this is a darkness that no longer serves you. It no longer serves you to be in this place of self-rejection and lack of commitment to your own power, right? It doesn't serve you to be in that way. And now it's you moving out into this opportunity, into this possibility, right? And I feel like, or you also could be getting messages too from those you may have cut off in the past as well. But this is you loosening yourself to go into hope and new opportunity. That's how I see the Nine of Wands. And it is an action card. It's you letting your soul be moved, letting spirit move you. And I think that's why I got this could be a spirit from your past. This is you letting spirit move you out of darkness. And so we've got the Mother of Cups here, the Mother of Cups. This is understanding your new divine role as this, it's not quite the crone, but the crone understands this energy. But this is you now moving in this space of, oh, I get it now. I get it. I get it. I get that my spirit was supposed to be moved. My spirit was supposed to be elevated. Excuse me. Queen of Cups is, you know, and not only that, the Queen of Cups, the Mother of Cups, is this advanced energy who you now get it. Once you take these steps of getting out of the darkness, you understand how the darkness ever held you in the first place. This is understanding a level of psychology or something about yourself that you never considered before. This is knowing something about yourself, about how you move, how spirit moves you. This is a connection to spirit. Interesting. Now, the Lover's card being on the bottom, this is a Gemini, but this is also about some sort of a divine marriage. If I were to see the Two of Cups, that would be, to me, this is a relationship on earth, right? But this Lover's card means that there is some sort of divine meeting happening within you. It's you meeting your soul self. You meeting yourself as spirit, coming together and making a decision to connect with that spirit. Okay. Let me get you some guidance because I'm not going to clarify this. I think it's good as is, and I've gone quite a while. Actually, I do need to edit this, so let's get some. Let's see, you meeting yourself on a soul level. On a soul level. Ooh. On a soul level. Earthcraft Oracle. Let me see. I might do that one. Oh, wow. Yeah. I forgot I have these. Yeah. You meeting yourself on a soul level. You meeting yourself on a soul level. You meeting yourself on a soul level. All right. Trying to decide. You meeting yourself on a soul level. I should soul level. Here are my mystical shaman oracle. Okay. You meeting yourself on a soul level. I'm gonna do Earthcraft and mystical shaman. So, because I can't quite decide, and if Spirit gives me a card from both, I'm gonna read both. So let's do Earthcraft Oracle first. Spirit, do you have a message for this collective reading for the week of May 9th? You have a message guidance. Thank you. Huh. Oh my goodness. Oh wow. Oh wow. Run with the Wolves and Medicine Woman. Wow. And I think I just talked about Run with the Wolves in when I was talking about these cards. Why did I put the book away? All right, so let's read those cards first. And I don't think I'll need the mystical shaman. Okay, Run with the Wolves and Medicine Woman. 24, which adds up to 6, and 17 is Medicine Woman, which adds up to 8. All right, 24. From snowy peaks and midnight forests and across vast distances, wolves howl not just to the moon spirit, but to communicate their location and issue warnings. Wolves are fierce, loyal pack animals who are excellent in managing relationships that serve the greater good. Their packs function in a similar way to many human families. They rely on one another for food, safety, and shelter, knowing instinctively that there is strength in numbers. However, as in human families, it's not uncommon for one wolf to be aggressive toward another in the pack or to separate from the group for a while. Occasionally, a wolf feels the need to seek a new pack and new place to call home in order to thrive. Now, here is where I'm seeing, now, if you've been following me for the past couple of readings, and especially in my dream reading, I have been getting this idea of wolves and foxes, and not just being a predator, but being a lone predator, like going off, and not so much being just a predator, but going off on your own and being able to separate. Now, that's something that in our modern culture, it's hard for us to understand the ending of a connection, the ending of a unit, the ending of a group situation, the ending of a pairing. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's necessary in this feminine energy to respect the idea of something ending. Well, not sometimes. I mean, that's just what it is. Okay, I'll continue. Run with the Wolves commonly comes to you when you are questioning your relationships and interactions with others. As you become more aware of your emotional needs, you might find that familiar relationships, even those with family, no longer align with your soul. Additionally, this card can mean you have lost pieces of yourself and what is important to you, prioritizing the desires of others over your own. It may be time to consider whether or not you've been running with the wrong pack. Could it be time to strike out on your own into the wilderness to find something better? It could also mean that you must find your voice and lovingly create better boundaries in your relationships. Howl to the Moon Awakening Practice. And this is something that you could actually do. There's a full moon coming up on May 16th. In this powerful practice, you are invited to howl at the moon spirit as the wolves do, opening your heart and wild spirit to release what you are holding onto that no longer serves you. It also clears the noise from the mind so you can better receive guidance on any issue or situation. Standing tall, take a deep breath, and as you exhale from the mouth, sigh with an exaggerated ah sound. Do this 5 times, and on the 6th time, instead of ah, howl. Repeat 2 more times. Let loose, move freely, and flow with the energies. Be wild. Howl from deep inside of yourself. You know what? Honestly, that's part of why I have a sore throat is Friday evening on my way home, I had this feeling of like, and I just needed to get it out because I have this thing of I'm no longer holding in this feeling of rage and hurting myself with it. I'm figuring out healthy ways of expressing my rage, and one of those ways is just screaming in my car on my way home, which is why I now have a hoarse voice. Not a sore throat, but my voice is hoarse. Okay, so 17, Medicine Woman. Medicine Woman. Okay. The Medicine Woman has initiated you into her sacred space of healing. Though powerful, magical, and deserving of respect, a Medicine Woman is merely a facilitator of Mother Earth's magic. She looks to nature, communing with plants, animals, crystals, and all Earth's sacred tools, to observe subtle messages to guide her hands and her works. These little messages let her know she's on the right path and that profound healing is close by. Interpreting the patterns and synchronicities in these messages into medicine for the mind, body, and soul is the Medicine Woman's calling. You too have the gifts of a Medicine Woman, and you have called this card to you to unlock your ability to heal yourself and eventually others. Your life experiences have provided you with the lessons needed to live your life with purpose, meaning, and vitality. Each hardship you overcome and achievement you reach are shaping you into the powerful healer you are destined to become. Reflect upon your experiences and seek the patterns that will reveal your strength and potential to grow. So, Medicine Woman, it's funny. I kind of switched the cards when I put them out, but that's also what I see in the Mother of Cups. I didn't mention it before, but I always have looked at the Mother of Cups as someone who is a therapist, someone who is an emotional healer or an energy healer or a soul healer. That's what I get the sense of with the Mother of Cups, someone who understands the soul and the emotions and the spirit for themselves and is now capable and mature enough to be able to do it for others as well. So let's look at what you can do to bring your Medicine Woman forward. Tree Hug Meditation. Embrace Mother Earth and the wisdom she is sending to your spirit with this meditation. Find a tree you have a connection with, perhaps the one in your yard or one you find while walking in nature that pulls you toward her. Hug the tree and close your eyes, taking a few minutes to feel comfortable in this space. Calm your mind and body and sink into the tree, surrendering your weight to her. Feel her energy surround you like a big warm hug. Allow a joyful smile to lift your cheeks and welcome the relaxation that flows through your spine. Greet her, not with your words, but with your heart. Softly whisper into her bark, what guidance would you like to give me at this moment? Be mindful of any tingling you may feel or shifts in energy. Keep your eyes closed and relax into her support to allow for guidance to stream in. Now, as I was saying that, I was like, wait a minute, Aisha, you just did a whole thing on this emergence from this darkness by just standing up and letting the tree support you so that you have the energy and the guidance to accept this divine new cup. Stand up and let the tree of mother, the tree of life of the mother, support you as you reach for this new divine presentation, this new soul existence, this new soul healing. Reach up and let the tree support and heal you so that you can also heal others by renewing yourself. Okay? So that is the reading for the week of May 9th. I hope it is of some purpose and use for you. If you would like a reading of your own, again, I'm available for readings. And now I will be honest, I only have space for just a few readings on my calendar, especially for the next few weekends. And I only work on weekends, so There's that. I also do shadow retrieval sessions. These are guided meditations that allow you to maybe identify things that you might have, things that you might be struggling with on the surface that can come up in our bodies and connected to our inner child selves. So thank you so much. I'm available for shadow retrieval sessions and tarot reading sessions. I also have space for written sessions if you just want a written tarot reading. That's available on my website. Thank you so much for your time today, and I look forward to seeing you for our new self-care. I think I might do it on Wednesday, but we'll see. All right, thank you so much. Talk to you soon. Bye.